Hello and welcome to Patent Purple Life. Today we're talking makeup storage, and it's something that is very delicious and lovely and that I love to stroke a lot, and it's my Laura Mercier custom artist portfolio. Oh yes it is. It is something that I know on YouTube and in the blogosphere everyone has been going crazy about. I really wanted to wait until I kind of played with this a lot before I spoke about it, because it's great, but it's not perfect. It by no means holds all of my makeup, which is all over my flat, but I thought it was a good part of my storage solution. Let me know if you're interested in other places that I store my makeup, and I can show you a couple of other places. But this palette from Laura Mercier really is lovely and pretty and strokeable. It's not the one that Fleur de Force has, which has got the lines and is a bit more shiny. This is like an animal, something animally going on. And up close, I don't know, I like it. I know that other people might think it's ugly, but I like it. It's kind of embossed. The kind of, there's a brown background that's kind of different shades of brown, and then it's got these kind of embossed, they're almost patent, yes, patent black specks on in a kind of different patterns. So from afar it looks quite animally. It's double zipped, which is always helpful. It's a very satisfying zip sound. It holds all your makeup. Well, not all of it, but a lot of it. So let's start with the front pouches. This is where I keep my lipsticks, a lot of them. Many of them purple, many of them you'll recognise. This is the YSL. Got some Illamasqua ESP in here. The surprisingly good L'Oreal collection exclusive in the Eva shade, which is an orangey red, but I still love it. Lancome, perfect. And what I'm wearing today, which is Makeup Forever number 15. Cool. So the great thing about these pouches is that they hold quite a lot. I don't know if you can see in there, they've got two magnets which correspond to the two magnets here, and they're very strong. As you can see, I filled the lipstick pouch quite a lot. It's quite full and it closes fine. In the next one, this is the one where I kind of haven't decided what it's for. So I've got some eye products in here. I've got a couple of the Sam Fine quads. Whoa, pretty. And the one that I use most, which is also pretty. I've got some individual NARS. This is Coconut Grove. What's this? Oh yeah, this is the Waterfall eyeshadow. You can find a review of it on the blog. And some other bits and pieces. So it's quite big. It could hold more palettes. And again, it's magnetic and it clips. Then you've got the middle section, which is kind of like it's almost like a Filofax pouch, and it's got a section for brushes. These brushes are the Kevin J. Bennett Revolution brushes that he did with Royal and Langnickel, review to come. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 skinny spaces, and then it's got some fat spaces for bigger, fatter brushes. On the other side, I've seen other people on YouTube putting their palettes in here, and I think you can, let me see, I do have a palette. You can put it in here, or a bigger palette, but I just find that it doesn't close as easily when you do that. Then to the back, I've got more huge space. As you can see, I've not really filled it. There's more makeup to come. And the quality of it is not so great. So if you can see here, I've not had this palette that long, and the stitching is already going, so that's disappointing. But again, it holds loads of, I've got pencils in here, sharpener, and the magnetic closure is great. In this big palettes, I could even put the NARS in here. So it's quite beefy. You can hold quite a lot of product. As you can see from having the NARS palette in there, it makes it a little bit tight, but It's quite flexible in its opening and closing. So it's doable. I wish that the other side of this was brush holders too. I don't think it needs to have space for a palette personally for my requirements. I think personally it could also be slightly deeper, having an additional palette in here. But overall, if you're a makeup junkie, I think this is a great purchase for you. I personally wouldn't travel with this. I would rather have my items laid out flat rather than like this. This would just take up too much space in my suitcase. If you're only going away for a week, whilst I might use this much makeup in a week, yes really, I wouldn't pack it like this. So for me it's not a travelling portfolio, it's much more of an at home, it's what's not in the bathroom but that I go to on a regular basis. But yeah, Laura Mercier custom palette. It's available from a variety of stockists. They tend to change the pattern of it every year. But if you're a makeup junkie, beauty blogger, it's probably a good buy. If you've got one, let me know what you think. Did you get the same pattern as me? And yeah, until the next time, see you later.